I'm Jimmy V, Marine vet and mortgage loan originator specializing in VA loans, and today I'm answering your questions. So let's get into it. All right, so this is a long handle. At XZS Wavy asks, how many times can you use your VA loan? So this is a good question. I appreciate you asking it. A lot of veterans don't know this, but you can use your VA loan as many times as you would like, Wavy. Okay, so the VA loan never expires. It never goes away. And in fact, you can even have multiple VA loans at the same time. Good to go. So you can use your VA loan as many times as you would like. In fact, this is a tool that many veterans who watch my channel, right, use the VA loan as leverage to build and create wealth by creating a real estate portfolio. So thank you for asking. I appreciate you watching the channel. Let's move on to the next question. At Damaso Vasquez asks, how long do VA loan approvals usually take? Great question. Thank you for watching, Damaso. So this is kind of a nuanced question, right? So I'm gonna try to answer it from a couple of different ways. I'll say that the process, once you go under contract, right? Once you've been pre-qualified, you're out shopping for a home, you put an offer in on a home, you go under contract, generally speaking, you can close in about 30 days, okay? Now, does that mean that you can't close sooner, Damaso? Absolutely not, right? You can close on a VA loan in really as little as 2 weeks, sometimes even less, but kind of uncommon, all right? But I would generally say typically budget for about 30 days from start to finish once you're under contract on a home. But also keep in mind, right, that's not including the pre-qualification process, right? Pre-qualification process is when you submit a loan application with a mortgage lender, somebody like myself. We review your credit, review your income documents, etc., right? Generally speaking, what we tell our clients is you could expect roughly 24 to 48 hours once we've received all of your documentation that we'll have everything back. So thanks for watching, and I guess this is a good opportunity for me to say, if you guys have questions, right, whether it's, you know, on this channel or VA loans in general, comment down below, right? And I will make sure to get them answered either down below or in a follow-up VA loan video. So let's move on to our next question. At Grambling Boy asks, what is a VA funding fee and how can it be rolled into a loan? This is an excellent question, all right? Many veterans are confused about a VA funding fee. What is it? How does it work, right? And what is the cost associated with it? So in its most basic kind of explanation, the VA funding fee is mortgage insurance, right? In this case, for the VA. The VA's primary responsibility, Grambling Boy, is to really just guarantee the loan by 25%. That's all they do. They don't lend the money, right? It's the mortgage lender who's lending you, the veteran, the money. That's it, right? So what the VA does is they go, look, if I'm on the hook for 25% of the loan amount on this veteran's mortgage, we've got to collect some money, right, on this house to ensure that we have enough money in our bank account that in the event that there's another subprime mortgage meltdown, right, they've got enough money in their bank to pay out the 25% claims on the VA loan. And that is what a VA funding fee is. Now, the VA funding fee will vary depending upon how many times you've used your VA loan. So check it out. So for a first-time user, it's 2.15%. Okay. For a subsequent user, meaning a veteran that's using their VA loan for the second, third, 10th, 12th time, doesn't matter, it's approximately 3.3%, okay? Now, there is an important distinction here that I want you to know about, and that is simply this. If you are a service-connected veteran, you are able to get your VA funding fee waived. What's the disability rating? As little as 10%. And there's also strategies that you can use if you're not service connected to bring that VA funding fee lower. And that is simply this. You could put down as little as 5% or bring the VA funding fee down to 1.5%, or even if you put down 10%, it'll bring it down to 1.25%. All right, and lastly, if you're active duty Purple Heart recipient, you can get your VA funding fee waived too. So thank you for asking the question, Grambling Boy. I appreciate you and appreciate you watching the channel. Okay, next question at RHE Rehedrick 4. What happens to your first VA loan when buying a second home? This is a good question, right? Kind of tricky, but really not tricky. And the simple answer is it stays in place, right? Meaning it stays existing, right? So if a veteran were to convert their current primary into a rental property, they go out and they use the remaining VA loan entitlement to buy another house with no money down. Well, that VA loan stays intact. It stays in place. You continue to make your monthly mortgage payments business as usual, right? So I guess what I'm trying to say is you can have multiple VA loans at the same time, right? And it's not going to kind of disappear or go away. Some veterans think that if they want to use another VA loan, they've got to like refinance it or something like that. Not true. Good to go. So thank you for the question, Rehedrick 4. Appreciate you and thank you for watching the channel. All right. At Brocker Brins, do you offer one-on-one coaching for veteran investors? I appreciate this question, and I'm kind of honored that you would even ask, number one. And number two, here's my straightforward answer. You don't need me for coaching, right? You can just watch my videos and you can get all of the necessary information, right, that you need in order to effectively go out and build a real estate portfolio with your VA loan. So this has become quite perhaps the most appropriate word is in vogue, right? Many people are charging, thousands of dollars. In fact, I saw one individual who markets himself as the #1 VA loan strategist in the nation, charges up to $6,000 for a VA loan course. Look, guys, you can watch my videos for free. All right. You're not going to get charged any money. You say, well, Jimmy, what's in it for you? It's pretty simple. If you want to work with me, if you want to hire me, if you want to lock arms with me to help you originate your loan, then that's how I get compensated. Good to go. But you don't need to pay me any money for one-on-one coaching or anything like that. So you're also, I guess I would say, you're welcome to call me, right? Even if I'm not helping you with your VA loan, Brock, you can still call me and ask questions. I'm not going to charge you for that, brother. All right. I want more veterans and active duty to become homeowners. It's really that simple. Roger that. All right. Let's go on to the next question. At Risk Rentals asks, can you buy a 2 to 4 unit property using a VA loan? I appreciate you asking this question, Risk, because the reality of the situation is many veterans don't know this information. And here's the deal. Okay. You can use a VA loan to buy a single family, townhome, condo, manufactured home, right? What else am I missing there? Yeah, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit property, right? So if I were a young veteran, that ship has sailed, not as lean anymore, not as mean anymore, but I'm still a Marine, right? But if I were a young veteran, right, getting out of the military, best you believe I'd be thinking about buying a 2 unit, 3 unit, or 4 unit property. Now there's some things that you need to be aware of, mainly related to the reserve requirements on a VA loan. Okay, VA requires that you have additional money in the bank for mortgage payments. And in addition to that, some landlord history that you've got to solve for. But dude, yeah, I mean, this is a fantastic way to start building some income generating properties. And if you've got the chops for it, I say go for it. Risk or Rink Rentals, excuse me, my apologies. All right. 0609 says, how does the VA verify primary residence for occupancy? Oh man, this is a question that I get a lot. It's like, Jimmy, if I buy a new home, right, and I don't move into it, will VA have any issues with that? The answer is simple. Yes. Yes, they will. You can't do that, right? The VA requires that if you use a VA loan, you must move into that property within 60 days of closing and occupy it as your primary residence. Good to go? So I think it's important to note that. Now, how do they confirm or how do they know that? I don't have that answer for you. Could somebody show up to your house, knock on your door and say, hey, you know, does said veteran live here? Perhaps, right? But here's what I want you to be aware of. You don't want to set yourself up for any sort of, you know, legal issues or ramifications down the road. So there's easy ways that you can do that. In fact, you can see what's going on with some of the stuff with some of the members of the Fed, right? I think her name is Letitia James, perhaps. She was indicted because she falsified mortgage documents, said that she was moving into a property when she didn't, right? So guys, this is important stuff. Use a VA loan as primary residence, right? Live in it for 12 months, convert it to a rental, then go buy another home, but you gotta move into it. So by the way, guys, if you're enjoying this kind of video and you feel like I've earned it so far, consider showing your love, clicking like on the video so that way we can use it to educate more veterans in active duty military. And I guess I haven't had the opportunity to say yet, if you'd like to schedule a free 15-minute consultation with me, I'll put a link in the description and we can see if we can help you out. So hey, listen, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. I hope you had some fun learning about your VA home loan benefit. And if this works out and we get some good feedback from this video, we'll do more of these in the future. Talk to you soon.